Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sri Lanka series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. Ayobavan and Vanakkam, which is again, that's hello or greetings in Sinhala and in Tamil, both which are the two official languages of Sri Lanka today. But now here today, I'm trying to learn another language, which is the language of the Kannada, the Kannadiga. But now here, Vijayabahu the Great, this is me, though I don't always feel like me because my best friend passed away. Yes, my best friend in the whole wide world. Overhaul, the daring hawk, died from his wounds at the age of 69, which I don't know how he got wounded, so he must have done something that got hurt. And of course, since I have the Dark Ages mod, there's that off chance that you will die from wounds as you lie in bed. And I guess it was his time. So he's gone now. As the memories remain, at least with me. It doesn't say how he got wounded. He did perform his own ancestor veneration ceremony as I did with mine. Performed an act of relic veneration. It's good to know. Back then in the older versions of the game, you're not allowed to look at other characters' memories when they pass away, but I guess you do now. Huh. So at least he'll be remembered for some of his deeds. They even exchanged hostages as well. We'll miss him. Gonna be noteworthy soon. But now, anyways, as I'm at poor health because I'm melancholic, I've been traveling quite a bit. I'm an experienced pilgrim. I would love to go on another pilgrimage if money allows. That, like if there's another place I would like to go to the pilgrimage on, it would be the birthplace of the Buddha, back in the lands of the Lachavi. But do I really need to? Because a couple of reasons for that. One, I'd like to align with another Sri Lankan monastery. I've been a great patron to the Jetavana, and I think it's time for to give Mahavihara a chance. And plus another, well, good reason for this is it'll move the accumulation a bit up. I mean, purification is a bit more halfway towards it, and we're going to have to accept the fact that this is going to be the phase that we'll be entering during the next century. Supporting a different monastery does add up to it, as I've mentioned before. As well as my successors will all have to support their own monasteries. That's again, as far as line of succession, Mahinda will have, he will have the duchy title of Mayarama. Who's going to get Anuradhapura? Vikrama. And who's gonna get Rohana? Mogana. Yeah. And that's gonna leave to just one county. But I do encourage decentralization, because the more vassals you have, the more people that they will try to attempt to contribute to the Sangha and all that in either path. And as well as to patronize which monastery should be with. 18 months till I get the next perk. Which, to be honest, I would go for Taxman, just to collect tax effectively. And then I will switch over to Medicine to give me a little bit of small health boost, just to try to, you know, to hopefully try to get over melancholic over time. And also hope they don't catch disease. I'm 63 and I like to live a little longer. Because I have a lot more to give for the Sangha and everything. So. Yes. Before you even think about going on a pilgrimage, you should go on a grand tour. But first, we should hold court. Oh, look at the grandeur. It's not the best because I don't want to increase the maintenance out of all these, because normally I like to have a level 3, but look at the monthly. We can't afford that. So, it has to be left like this. And the only way to increase that said grandeur is to, well, get more court artifacts. There's still room for all this. And of course I just noticed that my giant bodyguard is speaking next to me, as he is also my Severan. Anyways, let's hold the court. An envoy from a provincial city, Pantanasame, Jetavana of Babunia, has come to protest the abuse of his cities but suffering at the hands of its neighbor. Opadayan has been under the protection of their liege, my Badakaria Nadalava, Karuna Dadakan. Sometimes his name gets me. They occupy and repossess our arable land by force and threaten the landowners with spiritual damnation and material violence to make them sell the belongings. I beg you, my lord, do us justice. As a zealous man, I say, he is well within his rights. Two of my vassals are pushing one another and jostling to reach my throne first. Nadava, Vedaras, and Valsful. My lord, murder is wanted in the city streets throughout the Vijayabahu Agarajia. It would be civilizing if we instituted a ban on townspeople bearing arms, at least within city limits. Udaya, Para Kasari Panma kicks him out of the way. Safety is each man learn to protect himself. Banning carry weapons, you will castrate the townspeople. One moment. What's your control like over there? 100. And you down here, you're from here. But please remember, this is for every held county. Lessening the danger. Although they'll become rivals for this, these two Tamils, Sri Lankan Tamils, for that. Whereas that's unjust for me to, you know, have open word carry permitted. That adds danger. But instead, we shall ban weapons within settlement walls. There's increasing ability control and lessening the danger. Especially that I will soon go on a grand tour, so less danger the better. Especially in his area. Massive problem. My lord, a moment of your attention, if I may, my Mahasandadvi, Vikahi, Rathaladu Ravideva speaks of. Malaya has been suffering from quite a cumbersome problem these last few weeks. You see, a completely out of control herd of elephants has been going on a rampage throughout the county. leaving behind a trail of devastation, and on occasion death. Their fearsome trumpeting echoes in our ears night and day. I can still hear it even now. He proceeds to make unbecoming trumpeting noises. Please, my lord, send help. I'll send someone to stop the beasts. So, 94% chance of my hunters capture the wild elephants, while I would gain the court granted. 6% chance that rampage continues. Well, we'll send someone to stop them. And they're domesticated. Well done. Business here is done. And speaking of business, it's that kind of business is what I'll be doing for this better part of the year. It's time to go on another grand tour, and thank goodness I didn't have to spend any money for it. Time for another grand taxation tour. You all paid me a visit, and now I'll come over to pay all of you a visit. What's going on down in Mayorama? 1 second. No, not that. Grand tournaments are of vanity. Dinner. Control. I want 2 of these to be cultural festivals, just to increase the cultural acceptance between the Sihala and the Tamil. Because we are brothers, basically, within this island. Even though we speak a very different language and have a very different heritage. Every held county. That includes those are applied to me for the weapons ban in the city, so the places that I travel through my land, especially through Anuradhapura, much safer. Of course, you don't need essential luxuries because we always get to the max. Gee, I wish. But I don't want to spend too much. Even though that actually makes some difference. Let me see the entourage. Who's coming with me? If I had to bring everybody, that would be the entire damn thing, but that will not do. 1 second. I have to make one adjustment. You've been regent a lot of times. Don't see coffers filled, but I want somebody I can trust. My brother, you're going to be the designated regent because you ain't worth a damn. He'll probably screw up, but I needed an excuse to bring my son and heir with me on this travel. No? I'd be bringing daughter and niece, they're both sickly. I ought to be careful with that. Son and heir, son and heir, son and heir. Son and heir, son and heir. Son and heir. Sun in here, sun in there, sun in there. Where are you? Guess it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Make it a small entourage. The giant will be with me. And get the Silk Road merchants. It adds a bit more safety. Safety in numbers. And for once I'll go for altruism instead of justice. Because the control is all good in this entire island. And of course, keeping up with the travelogue. Increased prestige. So let's do it. A Norman, who's a Silk Road merchant from all the way from Normandy or southern Italy, from Apulia. But then again, you know those Normans. They do have the blood of the north. Adventurers and aristocrats. So it's entirely plausible, like once somehow, you know, they'll do the Nile, do the Red Sea, through there, and then in Tambapani. And he's made a living as a merchant along the maritime Silk Road, I can assume. So let's get to it. It's been 16 minutes. This is the current prominence right now. Jetavana is now the most prominent. I'll align the different monastery when this is all done. So let's get to it. Kitty. Alright, you know the drill. Let's have dinner. Once we're done, pay up. And tax everything you see. It is another evening of my stay here at Vijayabahu Matada's home. Yet another 4 meals placed in front of me. I'm not going to little around with my knife, watching the dog on through the sauce slides around like us getting mud. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some food from the capital. Some candied figs would be fine. I could ask what Ladu Midala for set it back home, of course, when it caused risk and offense. I'm sure the local food's just fine. Don't make him mad. Otherwise, he won't give you tribute. I'm not here for justice. I'm here to improve the lives of others by looking for opportunities to take altruistic actions. 9 gold, that's all you got from this courtier tax? There we go. Dagger tax. Settlement guy has consistently astonished me with her intellect. A true thinker in our day. There is such a potential in her skills and her traits. I could certainly put both to good use, instead of watching them melt their way here like a plant's neglect of sun. I simply must have her in my court. She's 18 and married to the son of Ladu Mihidala, who's got the gout. Reintegrate. After becoming a hostage, this character strive to become accustomed to their home country again. Oh. Okay. So they haven't had children yet, but... She's not that well skilled to me. And plus, she's married to a gouty man, so I'll say, this is silly! became rivals. This evening, I'm sitting next to $1,000,000 on Matakaria Vimaladama, watching as he decides to his pavilion. Truly, I grow tired of life here in Matala and long to elevate my station line. My talents are wasted here, and later but thinking of slipping off a view back to Vijayabahura, where I can really show what I'm worth. Is the man St. Genuine? But can I really steal them from his court? Of course, come with me. He refused to let him go. Well, time for a tribute, despite our differences. My caravan leader, Sinabahu, has approached me. I'm claiming he's given VIET permission to come join his court to place in my own. Letting this person certainly prove my standing with him, but is the insult of stealing members of my court so they could truly overlook. I try to steal him, he says no. I'm keeping him. Well, he'd already paid me tribute and I'm just going to be this person, just this once. Sinabahu is mine, he's my caravan master. Next door, neighbor. Devi, let's have dinner. How you doing, health-wise? Just doing fine. Minor gives Silk Road medicine. From which community, to be exact? By traveling together with Humberto and his merchant caravans, I've come across business opportunities that would not have otherwise. While in Madakalapua, we were able to secure a favorable trade deal with the merchants we met there. I could accept the deal as it is, or risk it to heck of get even more out of the other merchants. But they might refuse and the deal might fall through. Look, it used to say 2%, now it's 3%. The more successful trade deals you make, very, very slowly the percentage of chances increase. Stick to the agreement. Boy, I would love to be a Silk Road merchant, but I'm a little too old for that. It seems I'm not the only honored guest in St. Devi's court. This evening I have been sat beside this fascinating Senna, and our conversations left me feeling most elated. I'm well versed in statecraft, but my skills are being wasted as I wander around from place to place. If you have me at your court, I'll be honored to call you my Agarada. It is rare that one finds such a fascinating person without a home of their own. But is there a room, my court friend? Oh my goodness! By Siddhartha. Of course there is. Shoot, Tax. Courtier Tax. Nothing much going on. Just a quiet dinner for the most part. My cultures discovered horseshoes. Our armies move faster now. I've been enjoying my time here, but I cannot help but notice that I feast in extravagance every day while I've been here. St. Devi is significantly more wealthy than I imagined. If my pondering proves true, it would mean Ratha owes me far more gold than she has been paying thus far. I could demand an extraction. She is intimidated of me, so... The back payments must be made now. She accepts. As I finish my meal, another board is placed down in front of me. But this time instead of food, it's topped with little game pieces. My lady, surely you know that I'm famed as one of of Madakalapua's finest chess players, but I wish to play not merely for fun, but we can make things interesting by putting up a wager. She grins at me a piece. Two fingers eager for a match. It's my move, said the Devi. So, if I lose, she gets a hook on me. If I win, hook on her. That's gonna be the result. Let's play chess first, before we make any demands. Plus this is chess, not chess. So it's already waiting to begin our chess match. Sat waiting with competitive grips with large cost of features. For neck and neck, they'll need risk and cost victory. Careful, smokes something. One more move like that and you'll activate my trap piece. Oh dear. I got very good learning, but she's got good learning too. I'll say, you think you can outthink me? Our match marches on. Said the Devi, continuing with such a devious ruse I'm left speechless. Naturally, my techniques cunningly form out of her. I'm in the lead for now, but neither of us is close to victory. My opponent says nothing, simply drumming her fingers against the table on the fiddle. She's gonna keep using intrigue. I know it. I am unparalleled in the theory of chess. With the roar of triumph, I surged to my feet, scattering pieces everywhere. Siddhartha witnessed my triumph today. From the start, I had complete trust that Siddhartha would see me as a victor. There could be no other way. Nothing but the shadow Husker woman is left us, said the Devi. She can't believe I've won. She took that loss personally, so she said. But I'll say, hey, I'm about to play again sometime. Don't take it too personal. Now, it's time for a tribute. And she did pay. Thank you very much. Now you're down to the negative money. Small tax difference, but it'll do. You do owe me a favor. You used the hook on an involved ruler. That leads to purification, you greedy bastard. Oh, not to worry. Yet. I shouldn't have done that. Had I known. Just wanted more increased tax. Now dinner with Ravideva. One of the good ones. He's still feeling fine. I still got it. $75 gold for a courtier tax. Who is this man? Ruski. Buddhist. Sinavera. Where did he come from? He had a peasant revolt against so you led a peasant revolt. He was defeated in a peasant revolt, and then he was acclaimed by Ravideva as a Radhaputa of true distinction. So he came from Braslav. Go all the way over there. We'll continue on in a moment. He came from Braslav. That is risky land. So he led a peasant revolt. He was defeated. And then he came all the way down here. And so there he is. And had a lot of riches with him. A wealthy man who was an administrator. And a peasant leader too. And he's very good with the bow. Damn, I would love to have you in my court. But he serves as the Radhapuda. But now he serves as their marshal. You've led an interesting life here. But anyways. And he pays another 40 gold in his courtier tax. Sword sheath tax. That Russian man had a lot of money. Despite the fact he was once the peasant leader and lost. Unless he wanted some tournament, which is why he got good with the bow. And he got all the winnings. Maybe that's where he gets his money from. Speaking of money. She wants to forge a brooch. A casa, which is Nepali. Yeah, go ahead. Because I don't have much of the way of trinkets. Truly the meal this evening has been a delight. I feast all manner of food, savory and sweet. Nothing's caught in my appetite like these fine candied figs. No matter how many I eat, no matter how much I savor the taste, it simply isn't enough to get them out of my mind. I find myself lost in a reach by the flavor bursting in my mouth, bringing one step closer to experiencing nirvana. Though my stomach is packed tight and my clothing is restrained, I feel compelled to reach more. Small health boost, or tiny health penalty, or I die, which is 0% chance of happening. If I were to die right now, you're long overdue to become the Agarada. If I lose the health penalty more, then you'll still know what to do. But it's a effect that's going to last 5 years. So I'll say they're too good not to. I ate too much stomach ache. Tribute time. So now my health worsened. And you're gone on a hunt. Yep, we're definitely going to go for purification in the latter phase. You're very determined to become as pious as your father, who is my best friend. As you are a friend, and I, because you maintained a such close relationship with me. Although you're not like him in any way, shape, or form. You're sadistic, you're gluttonous, and you're impatient. Well, let's get to it. We're not here for dinner. This is to tour the grounds. Tour the jungle. Draw. $27 gold. Let's go to tax. Oh, I'll be very rich by the end of this. Crisis in Narata Pantandas. Trouble is brewing inside of my domain as significant segments of the populace, inspired by dangerous demagogue, are showing their distress about the conditions of living. Commoners are refusing to engage with all the bureaucrats running the place, disobeying orders given by the militia and causing all sorts of havoc with the general policies being implemented in the region. This state of affairs causes significant disturbance in this area and can lead to dangerous situations on physical integrity down the road. Well, I am just, but I'm not generous, nor diligent, not calm, not honest, not compassionate. Converse, the traits of wrathful, callous, sadistic, paranoid, arbitrary, invention, which I don't have any of these. 64% chance that the control is reduced and got away with the less two evils, because 90 control means you're out of danger still. 35% chance that you ended up in a worse situation. So use diplomacy, outperform, and eclipse this dangers. Oh, ended up in a worse situation. Quick. Now I've learned the Kannada language. I'll send a letter, as I impress him with my knowledge for it. Time for tribute. You refused? You are most definitely not like your father. I can tell you the reason why. You are a treacherous villain. Very cruel, very dishonorable. Who are you to call me my friend? You are not like your father at all. You'll pay for this. And I do mean pay as in money. Anyways. So bypassing this dangerous part of the country. Little gain. Remember, we banned to carry weapons in the part of the country, so danger is lessened. And now the first of two cultural festivals in Tamil land. In the land of the Sri Lankan Tamils, to be exact. So now, the streets of Vani are richly decorated for my arrival, and my vassal dutifully waits me. Ah, how delightful to set foot here again. I can't wait to see what splendid performances and delicious meals is prepared for me this time. And the lighter bags in a way of gold. Ancient scarab brute. Wow, I'm jealous of you. Prowess, fertility, health boost. I'm very jealous of you. But please remember, our culture accepts the Tamils 57% and it's not going to go up any further unless grand tours are performed. Damn it. Yes, start learning Tamil, you people. Another son who is not set to inherit anything. Ananda is the name. Because I have too many sons and not everybody's going to get their share of land. Unless something happens to them. Agarada Vijayabahu has transcended his material form at 74 years of age. He died of old age whilst on the Grand Tour during a cultural festival in Vani. A tormented man, he long desired the sweet embrace of death. So, in a way, he's never fully recovered since the death of his best friend. And then he ate some food, and it gave him a stomach ache, and his health had worsened. You know, he was Vijayabahu the Great. And some would think that his fate sounds a little similar to what happened to Alexander the Great when you think about it. He became melancholic, I believe, ever since the death of his best friend. And then he turned to drinking a lot more, and he got sick or something like that, and then his health declined, and you know what happens, because every Westerner knows about what happened in to the last days of Alexander the Great. But unlike Alexander, who was bedridden, Vijayabahu was still determined to tour around the country and to raise enough funds to hopefully, you know, for whatever that would be benefited for the Sangha. So now, as we know, he reigned for 28 years. Good run. He was exalted among men, a paragon of virtue. He only fought one war, and that was during the Vijayabahu's rebellion. Hosted 10 activities. And now, Agarada Vikramabahu ascends to the throne. Loyal to his spouse and family, Vikramabahu is certain to place the good of his dynasty above all personal concerns. Which means this. He only has Vijayarajapura. Mogalana holds Rohana and the Duchy title of it. Mahinda, my young half-brother, holds Mayarama and Vikrama to Anuradhapura. And as a reminder, we're still in a degeneration phase. My predecessor, Vijayabahu, has shed his mortal coil whilst touring around. Tragically, he died of old age. Vijayabahu's entourage will surely begin a mournful journey home. Burying my father's body, the fallen Agarada did not deserve to die so far from home. Rest in peace, Father. The activity's been cancelled. And I didn't even get to go with him. I mean, he did not name me as designated regent any longer. And, I thought it was to come with me, but I couldn't commit. Love my family too much. But now, now it's my time to begin to rule and to keep this island together. I am sat at my table, about to break my fast, but all hunger has left me. Something feels amiss. I know how it is to be true when I see my courtier, Sinabahu, somebody approaching. My Agarada messenger arrives in the night bearing news, grievous news, says softly. I'm afraid your father, Agarada Vijayabahu, died of old age. He was in Vani when he perished. My sincere condolences, my lord. He did not deserve to die so far from home. He did not deserve it. No, he didn't. So now, now this is where it gets a little cursy regarding how stable Sri Lanka may or may not be now. Tamapane. Well, the north's a little more decentralized, while the south is a little more centralized now that there's two duchy vassals of mine, which could lead to potential problems. Perhaps not, because, you know, they have no reason to rebel against me, except maybe him. Now, the reason why they say I'm a family man, because I am the patriarch. I could befriend anybody, and each friend have less stress. Okay? My children will have a little more extra skill points. Bound by blood, friendly console, sound foundations, which I don't have much of the way of children, and patriarch. Well, since I have this, I know the stewardship isn't as great as it once was since the passing of Vijayabahu, as he was a great patron of the Jetavana Monastery. in which he had a promise that by the time he finishes the Grand Tour, he'll switch to Mahavihara. And I thought about switching to Mahavihara, as he believes in balance. That's what he believes. So I thought perhaps I should do the same. Gotta balance things out by doing all these things that would make me a great patron for it. So either stewardship or go more towards learning, because my learning skill isn't great. Mahavihara gives you learning. And use that learning, because I would like to go visit a university. He was in his 40s, and I'm around the same age as my father was when he went to his university. So I thought I should do that too. So I should start off with scholarship focus. To first get this, and then this. So that way I could potentially have another child. Hopefully. In fact, have many more children as you like. Because get to have more wives. More potential alliances. Yes. Now, I was never much of a traveling person myself. And it's going to be 8 years before I get into this, but that could change over time. Plus, the income is rather low because not many vassals pay again. You can do another grand tour, which, hell, I might do that just to make up for it. But I need to do a few things first. The bodyguard is still here. He's still with us. Who wants to be chancellor? Ah, my brother. The one that some believe you should have been king. Dayagarada. But we'll find you a position for it. A steward? Of course. The old Tamil friend of my father. And Mihidala will be Spamist. His glover. Also, no need to get this in control. It is here they should be concerned of. Vikiramaditya. 3 months pregnant. I hope you pray to Shiva that it's a son, and I hope to Siddhartha that this will be a son of mine. But now I must align with the Sri Lankan monastery and support it. So again, I will support the Mahavihara, the oldest sect, which are the traditionalists who reject what they see as orthodox ideas from India. Even though my father was a great patron of the Jetavana, it's time to put my lot behind the Mahavihara because, one, it gives you learning, a bit of piety, and some monthly lifestyle experience. Become a great patron of it, and this would make it better. I'm now the Mahavihara patron. Have to pay you another 50. You were in the middle of working on it, so finish it. Anything else? Of course. Support the... We already have frontier monks, so go for Paravena schools. Plus it gives me some lifestyle experience. So may this bring me great merit. As a patron of the Mahavihara Monastery, I must work together with them to further the cause of Buddhism in Tambapani and elevate the land's Sangha. Mahavihara, like all the great monasteries of Tambapani, maintains a network of Parivenas, or schools. These networks of Parivenas play a major role in reinforcing Mahavihara influence in these lands. I have decided to expand that influence further by building another Parivena. You got it. Of course, reinforce relations. We want to still work with the East Africans, because the taxes are going to keep going down no matter what. So I want you to draw in gold and ivory exports, because of the monthly income it brings. Just in attempt to, you know, slow it down a little. Otherwise I may have to reduce the cost. I think we may have to go on another grand tour. Time to risk it. Everybody else is doing other things. And plus, some of them are children, so unfortunately, it's going to cost less, but it'll give me a chance to improve relations, and you're going on a pilgrimage trip ever since my father died, and you've decided to go on a pilgrimage. Okay, fine. We won't do that. Thinking in my mind. University doesn't cost much. There's no cost in going here. If you want to study hard, it'll cost you 300. Or just grin and bear it. Again, some are children, others are doing other things. So don't waste too much money. Don't overspend things. As tempting as it is. And of course, granting lands to others also curbs the income. And if you want to reduce the cost of monthly income, you would have to reduce one of these. Yes, as I said, reduce one of these. It's the cart. And draw guns. Well, it's not that big of a deal. There'll be no lodgings here. It's prestige of grandeur. Keep the food because of stress loss reasons. So unfortunately, we're reducing the there you go, that's much more manageable. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's the price that we have to pay in order for the realm to thrive. There are whispers about the tales and deeds of my father. Disgraced Agarada Vijayabahu. Disgraced? Must be some sort of propaganda propagated by the Cholas. Everywhere I go, near or far, seems that nobody has not heard of his name. There is nobody who has not heard his name. I wonder, will I always stay in the shadow of my father? Or will I be able to achieve as much fame in my life as him? How high will I be able to climb? I am a man who is forgiving, diligent, and calm. I may be calm here, but I'm diligent. I'm a hard worker. So I say, one day I will be like you, Father. I'm determined to be as famous as their parent. And I'm a family man too. So my courtier asked a word amidst the tumult of the succession. My lord, before his passing, Agarada Vijayabahu commissioned my work. I was in the middle of forging a road trim. The work has already begun. It would be a shame not to complete it. The works will continue. Oh gosh, I paid her twice. Well, first by Vijayabahu, then me paid her more. More money than she actually needs. Oathman, swear fealty. In honor of the traditions of House Vijayabahu and your predecessor, Your vassals have traveled across the land to affirm their loyalty with an oath of fealty. I vow that you have my protection. Strong hook on all of them for loyalty. Don't use the hooks, but it's good to know. Two guests. Trained healer, accomplished commander. How much does it cost to proceed? 200. I was about to say, you know, we don't need a seneschal anymore. That's siphoning gold. Thank you for your service. Keep the bodyguards down. Yes. A feline hunter. I think I found a reason why some days are more rat-free than others. The daughter happily declares and moves aside to reveal a servant holding a very displeased cat. It wriggles in an attempt to free itself from scratch up arms as it's meowing in a rather daring fashion. I said this one's a successful rat hunter. In fact, it was in the middle of the wrestling match with the fat one we found it. What say you? Shall we adopt this cat? I love a feline companion. Gives me a little bit of learning, and I want more learning. Thank you very much. No need to hold court. Yet. So, again, she's forging a brooch. She must have read my invitation at such a personal question from my face, because she continues, I mean, is there anyone you wish to dedicate your commission artifact to? It's turning out well, but a meaningful description make it feel even more personal. In memory of my father, Vijayabahu the Great. I want to be like him. As the cat rests in my lap, contentedly purring, I wonder what I should name him. Something historical? Something alluding to his brown fur? Something to describe the silly feeling I experience when I scratch behind here? Oh, I know. I will name him. Oh, I'm a calm man. Forgiving. If I was compassionate, I would name him Mittens. Paul's, if it was more of a, you know, kind of beat up, if I was more of a arbitrary person or sadistic or whatever. So the name is Might. Next year we'll go on a grand tour again. Taxation. So I can sponsor and support the Sangha continuously. People will have to respect the tax man that's to come. But if anybody refuses, then I'll forgive them. And also I want to raise, you know, funds to go to the university. That's another driving reason. Time disappears in house shop. Drinking wine as we excited to discuss what's make it for me. Am I imagining things? Or is indescribable tension? My mind wanders, absorbing the subtle quirks of her body, her laughing lips. I place my hand on hers. The mold drops from her trembling fingers. I gaze longingly into those beautiful eyes. In her, I find the same desperate passion. She falls in my warm embrace. No, I can't. Adultery is a sin. I can't. No way, no how. My brother. My half-brother died. Sickly. He's the one that did not have any land. Time has come for me to plan ahead of of my normal life. I'll concentrate over the next decade. Investing in my fortune when the past well, it is certain that my choice will carry deep consequences for my personal achievements as a person and as a ruler. No fancy dreams, I'll spare my gold. It's going elsewhere, and I know where it's going to go exactly. Of course, I know about the development. Check again. Are they back yet? Okay, remember your vassals. Some are children, so they can't be visited. I could visit him, my brother, Cosmopolitan, and Ronnie, and where's the other man? Hey, what you doing? He's traveling. He's going this way. Is he on a pilgrimage? Is he? I'll do it. What is the purpose of your travel? Because there's something you're not telling me. Is this one of the Hindu holy sites? Yes, he's on a pilgrimage. Okay, I understand. It's going to be a long way back for him. I don't want to start a grand tour without him. So that means I got to do something else for the time being. Matter of how much does it cost? Let time run. So now stop. Go here, here, here. I have a son. Should I really name him Vijayabahu, my father? Again, I'll think about it. Just let me find out the names for the time being. Actually, I remember reading something. You're correct. I had to look up, real quick on this royal family. It's like, didn't Vikramabahu had a son named Gajabahu? And it is. Okay. Almost like we're playing up a little bit of historically. Just a little bit of Gajabahu. That'll be your name. Want to be the one to raise you. Except one day. Now look, in theory, what would happen? This is how much it costs, even after you meet all these people. They don't cost much each time you host whatever activity there is. So we'll be waiting for the demand to return. And it doesn't cost much, so in the meantime, I think I should go on a pilgrimage to Sri Pada. I could do some other things. Grant temples. How much does that cost again to do that? 25. Okay. And that modifier, it's still there. It expires next year. You know what? Give it to them again. Give it to the Buddhists again. It doesn't cost much, and it goes towards the accumulation phase, which is always fine. Now it's time for me to go to Sri Pada. More learning, because I need to eventually prepare myself for the university visit, which I guess will happen in the next episode. Grant experience and lifestyle. Curiosity works best. Since I have different traits, be safe. Slow down while increasing the safety. No danger. Alright. Anything else? Travel log. Due to, obviously, our culture has the chronicle writing, which slows down even more, but it gains more prestige over time. It's normal. It's a family tradition to bring a travel log with you on your travels. So, let's go. Start my journey to Sripada. Time to make my way to the mountain. Goes towards the accumulation phase. I'm walking very slowly. Slowly as I go. Just a stroll. No need to rush. As we traverse the flatlands, trudging through the mud, we encountered a modest wayward shrine. Neatly carved, it sports a Dhamma chakra at its head, and below the weathered woods. Here lies Saint Vikramabahu of Rajavrama, last son of Bakamuna. Saint Vikramabahu? That's not me. I'm not from Rajavrama. Seems the local spiritual figures who patronize these parts are not sanctioned by the Theravada Sangha. Well, we better cast down on this heterodoxy because we are of the, what is the name of the monastery again? The Mahavihara. We reject any of those, outside influences, and we stick with, Buddhist orthodoxy of Theravada Buddhism. An imposing man standing on the road ahead of us. I am Agabodhi of Kandy. I've bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly, all those fights were dull. So here I am on this road, looking for someone better than me. Someone I can learn from. If you could best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant. And so, on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. Well, as far as my prowess skills are concerned, I'm pretty good. Especially from contacts with the East Africans. Ugly bastard, but he's a gallant warrior. I guess I have to be the one to try. You might be less valuable after I win. And I win the fight. He joins us. Welcome, you ugly man. You're a good fighter. Need someone like you in our retinue. It's not the first time that I catch my Radhapuda Agabodhi. That man? Sitting around with some flowers, so figure along the road. Sometimes I swear even hear him sighing, overlooking this whole thing. Marich says it. It's not a secret that my heart has found a new home far from home. Far from home? You're from Kandy. It's right next to Bandula. Alas, my heart so aches for Senea. My desires know no end. Her eyes, her hair, I would long just to salute. I die for a word. Please, beg of you, let me stay with you. She's an old woman, right? He has no intrigue, but I do. I'll say, we have no time for such juvenile infatuations. I convince him to stay. Negotiate alliance with Vikrama. Little brother. We have no issues between us. You got it. That means no factions will form against me. Visited that mining pits as well. Every little bit helps. You see that mountain up there? I will climb it. Again, we've done this before, so you know what the text is like. I'm a young man in my prime. I am gonna go to the Baba track, not the Mama track. How are you, my lord? Sways over the wide grin. Until many days and nights, my work is done. She presents me with an object wrapped in cloth. As I lift the fabric, my eyes grow wide. A beautiful brooch of very fine craftsmanship. It consists a garnet cabochon adorned with small pieces of garnet. A tiny but elegant description on the outside, dedicating in loving memory of Vijayabahu, my father. Adds a bit of romance scheme. This is lovely. Put that on. Many faiths, one mountain. I don't think I had this before. One of the most fascinating things about Sripad I notice more and more is that now that I'm here, the site is honored by followers of many different creeds, not just Jetavanas. For instance, there are followers of other faiths who call the mountain Adam's Peak instead of Sripad as we do. Not everyone believes the Buddha made a footprint at the mountain's peak either. Despite this, and despite the fact there are plenty of tensions between various groups here, it is fascinating, if not inspired, to see so people of many different beliefs, including those who would normally be at blows with each other, share this sacred space. It is something to reflect on while I'm here. This character recently went on a pilgrimage to Sripad or Adam's Peak in Sri Lanka. They were intrigued the fact that people of all different faiths came to this holy site. There was tense at times. Different groups had generally accepted each other's presence, which made this character reflect on how people of different creeds could get along. Yes, like the Hindus here. At last, I reached the peak of Sripada. There we go. So, I will donate some token trinkets. As much as I would like to donate more, but money's going to go to the Grand Tour. I just noticed what's going on with Maka here. Say that mountain, I did climb it. You have leprosy? Yes, and she's infirm. She's not going to be around for long. Completed the pilgrimage here. I swear I've seen this place in my dream before. Vajara exclaims, looks so familiar. Yes, in my dream. The geography and landscape looked exactly like this. We've been traveling in Kandy for a few hours today. When Vijayabhu got excited all of a sudden, because how wondrous. It must have been a sign from Shiva. Well, tell me more about your dream. I only have one rival, but that's from a person whom I killed back in the Liberation War. Made it back home. At least we've been helping the increased prominence of Mahavihara as of late. The Jetavana has gone way too high. Visited the local university here. Is he back yet from his pilgrimage? No, not yet. Don't want to do it just yet. Where is that man? There is no man anymore. He's dead. Slain in battle. During a pilgrimage, no doubt. "11 years old and spindly. We'll have to do it now. It'll be all dinners. Let's get to know each other a bit better. And you probably want to increase the luxuries a bit. No need to bring a bunch. Not concerned about prestige. I would love to swing around Anuradhapura for more learning. But that'll be for... Actually, that's for the other thing. The relic veneration. That's something I also must do. I don't want to waste too much. Go for altruism. Get the Silk Road merchants. Because of the slow speed, we'll take our time and hopefully we can get some trades in to try to make some money out of this. The story, Christian who is intelligent. Mongol, huh? Naiman. Stick with me. And, you might be of great use to us. And also I gotta learn the Tamil language. Because I don't know any other language. And it's better to learn Tamil with an involved ruler. Actually... Ah, yes. Since I'm a forgiving person, I got so many hooks I can abandon it whichever I wish to. Drop that plot. Learn language from a man who's been more happier with me. It'll take a long time, but it'll do. See, start with some success. Didn't want to do it with empty. Shoe tax. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse, and their routes are fraught with danger. In order to protect the pilgrims to secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness Pontifex Maximus Alexander accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Christian aggression. The Tarashtra attacked us, although this doesn't concern us one bit. It's a clergy tax. Love to get a little more renown out of this, but it's wishful thinking, because not every vassal's grown up yet. Alright, provided me with fine wine and quality ale. It's been a long and wondrous evening of revelry and merriment. Many a goblet of wine has been shared between me and my good host, Mihidala Matale. However, it would seem that Mihidala's been trying to drink more than me, always filling his own goblet a little higher than mine. Is this some sort of input challenge? Perhaps I ought to set some stakes here. You underestimate my prowess. I won the drinking contest, and my host brought me out of his home to a local tavern. All that I see the wretched and weak engaged in drink and debauchery, but Maydal assures me that the arak served in this establishment is simply to die for. As the first round passes my lips, I feel alive. The drink hits like a ton of bricks, and tonight will be a night of endless revelry. Are you drunkard? Ah, yes, of course he is. I don't know if he's got that recently or he's always been, and I never paid attention. Or are they going to be wise to be you know, drinking because it reduces. Just be nice, says you really outdone yourself. Uncle Vijayabahu. Will you pay tribute? You gave in. Alright. Now I'm gonna take my sweet time out there. Travel along the coast. Our procession has ground to a halt a stone's throw away from Adakalapua. I look over to see my Sinavarad Vikrama, dismounted intently staring at something on the ground. The other entourage members have got around. Vikrama looks up as I approach. My lord, there's an ant path here. Maybe a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. Pauses. My great-grandmother did, and she never did return home. Well, was your great-grandmother a giant too? Well, I say fine. Find another path. I will wait, and maybe some potential Silk Road trade will come. The longer you travel out here. My brother. It's good to see my brother. Folly Basin, publicly marking the bonds of family. Let's begin. Taxation. An early pledge. I arrive at dinner today and I'm alone with Morgana's heir, Sumana Devi. The only child of for now. She's still young, 5 years old, and is visibly intimidated to be sharing a room with Ragarada. It would all be too easy to manipulate the poor thing and give her a legal pledge of loyalty early, but this would definitely upset. Well, let's do it. I got caught. I was hoping that it would go this option. We stopped by a town of quick rest. This town is locally known for its amenities of being a center of leisure, and several of the guards in my entourage got distracted by pretty locals singing other girls. We need to go soon, but wouldn't it be a bad idea to rest some more? You know, I wouldn't mind some fun with the locals. I'll gain a tiny bit of stress, but the local return for the next 5 years will reduce the stress gain. This would negate it. That means by the time this part of the activity finishes, there's going to be a delay. We're staying here for a week. Who moved? Tamil Vaishnavite peasants. Yikes. What? Where is it? Here. Makadai the leopard. Now, Vipali is the new Rajput who's a lunatic. Oh dear. Watch your back. We got a lunatic in the house. Time for a tribute, brother. He gave in. I'm sure the local food is fine. Just I don't think it'd be a good idea to try to make your brother a rival because it's have bad omens, plant rest, levy dissertations, and I don't think he's the kind of man. Even if you do make him your rival, I don't think he's the kind of guy that would be plotting. He has zero intrigue. He could do nothing to me other than just sit there and pout. I don't have a hook on him, but yeah, I'll just ask. Passing by my capital. We're not getting as much money as we used to. Ah, here we go. First one. 66% chance of haggle. If I increased that stewardship a bit more by any means, I would. Even if I tried, it would make very little difference, but you need to keep the diplomacy. 41 is good. So we should stick with the initial agreement. A fine day like this. The weather is nice. The pastures of Bavunia look great, and the local livestock are positively jumping and cheering in their own guttural manner. Cows are walking next to their mothers, therefore shiny and clean. Overall, the place is very competently run, though I noticed a couple of oddities that I would manage a bit differently. The local patriarch approached me. A fine morning to you, my lord. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? Ooh. There's a chance, 79% chance that my advice is successfully implemented in our capital. Holding taxes increase. That's what I would want to. But if advice is completely misinterpreted, then I get stressed because I'm a diligent man. Successful advice. Guess we'll settle it with this. As we pass through the Kotam of Peria Madu, a jubilant local approaches my entourage. His smile stretches from ear to ear. As the is offering a warm welcome, but the finer aspects of his speech are sadly lost to me. Be that as it may, I wave away my attentive companion to return his joyful greeting. I can hardly imagine a more excellent choice to practice my Tamil. Join us on our journey to Vijayarajapura. Every little bit helps with the success chance. My half-brother Mahinda approaches me, with rage in his eyes and a cat in his hand. Held by the scruff of his neck, he thrusts the cat in my face. See, that's my dear mite. I found this little monster among my things. What was it? Scratch bits was covered in piss. Where did you learn to learn like that? He's just a cat, Mahinda. Calm down. Sword tax. There we go, level 3. Tier 3. We'll settle it with that then. Nothing much in the way of events here, unfortunately. In the morning, I emerge reluctantly into the waking world as the morning sun suddenly pierces my vision. I see servants shuffling awkwardly around in my room. Unsteady as he sets my breakfast down beside me, I ask what troubles him. Even with such mental provocation, he begins to vomit forcefully. Oh, my wise and kind Agarada, these walls talk. Oh, what terrible things they say. I know so much. Too much, I think, some days. Um, Karuna Nadakan Avani would never forgive me if I told you. I just can't keep these secrets in my head anymore. I think everybody knows the lover thing. But I'll say you must tell me at once, because there's a higher chance of it. I emerged from my slumber and after another peaceful night with Kanonada Kanovani, as I regain my conscience, I feel something heavy beside me that wasn't there before. I feel a familiar touch of a woman gliding her finger inquisitively across my breast. This gift certainly quite unexpected, but is it really such a pleasant thing to wake up to? I don't know who that woman is, other than it's a local Tamil woman, I have to assume. But he would feel insulted if I tell her to get out of here. But I'll just say, for once, what a wonderful way to wake up. But that person, you just laid of her. You know what that means? There is a small chance that I may have committed adultery. Where is that woman? She's in your court, right? Her name starts with a P. She's a Tamil. Can't miss it. I lay, but not love her. That's the big difference here. That's not you. It wasn't one of your other wives, too. And who was that woman? Look again. It says an activity log, maybe. Lay, no. What about guests? Nope. Now you got me all paranoid. No, not you. There you are. She's a wonder. Vaishnavite Tamil from here. Lustful, vengeful, just. That's it, you and I are getting married. Because, you know, you don't want to have adultery, and there's no such thing as bastards. So, there's this modern term that, of course, many Americans are familiar with, but I don't know about out here. The term shotgun wedding applies. If you lay with someone, well, you better get married to her immediately before they find out. Please. I mean, there's no shame in having more wives to have more children. You only have one county. One, Rata. May Vishnu grant us a long life and many children, my benevolent husband. I didn't look at your skills. Ah, you could help me with this. Not to mention you're beautiful. Excellent. Not to mention learning your language so we can understand each other a bit better. Time for a tribute. Thank you. Just short of this. Whoa! That prominence really jumped up. I think one of my vassals had been building some Buddhist buildings, because that can go towards accumulation and it makes the prominence go up out of every. Huge improvement! And as well as the activity amongst others. Now, the word of my arrival seems to spread to Nadu Avani, as our entourage soon beset with countless serfs begging to be blessed with the royal touch. I could, of course, simply sprinkle a little water blessed by myself on them. They would surely be satisfied. But the granted and blessed coins to soothe their infected areas will keep them happy and blessed much longer. No, I've earned my keep. Spring of the water should satisfy him. The road takes through the treacherous parts of Avunia. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, Vijayabahu jumps out of bush instead, holding a flint. You scared me, Vijayabahu. Wait. Let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaimed. Yes, it smells so delicious. What it tastes like. Well, maybe I'll just take a little bite. I made it. It's a harmless plant after all. Another son. Mahasana. With a name? I gained additional tax and we made it! Additional tax was levied while I was in Vavunia. And I was able to get the max. I'm a magnificent liege. Yes! It's a miracle! And of course, the old man finally croaked. I don't know why I love saying that. There goes another one of my rivals. Yes. That should be enough money to go to the university here and study hard while maintaining some good amount of income. No cost since you're already here. But again, we'll do that in the next episode. So on the next episode, things are looking up for Sri Lanka's Sangha. It appears some of my vassals, I don't know which, but it's likely why it jumped up so big is because they were doing some activities, and they built some Buddhist buildings, I have to assume, and among other things to support the Sangha. They did very good work. I was beginning to lose hope. And of course, in the next episode after I go to university, I'm going to go on a relic veneration and get Mahavihara, start going to the right direction. Because Jetavana has had their fun during the reign of my father. It's Mahavihara's time. It's their time. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.